good evening guys. So, thank you for being here after a long break. Pero syempre hindi alam ng mga listeners to. If there are any listeners. Ayun. So, welcome guys. Thanks for joining us again. So, I'm with you people. Please introduce yourself.
Wala akong persona ngayon eh. Nag-iisip ako kung ano ba magandang persona eh. Iniisip ko ako na lang si ano. Gagamitin ko na lang yung naiisip kong ano, D&D na character. Si Jacques Barreau.
Okay,
Bakit
ano ka?
Jack Sparrow?
Italian pirate ka?
Wait, sorry, hindi ko na-gets. Italian pirate? Bakit Italian?
Jacques. Yung
Sbarro.
pangalan ko, Jacques, tapos yung apelido ko, Barreau.
Jack Sparrow at saka Sbarro yung nasa isip ko.
Oh, yun nga. Yun.
Oh, sorry. It went over my head again.
Meron na namang
Whoosh,
nainis
whoosh.
sa
No,
nakinig
hindi.
natin.
This time, I don't blame myself kasi yung pronunciation. So, yeah.
Grabe. So, sinasabi mong pangit yung language ng mga Italian.
No, yung pronunciation mo lang.
Hindi
Anyway,
nga, ang ganda nga nung sa akin, Jacques Barreau.
anyway, sorry, the other person.
Ako si apotheosis.
Why?
Nice.
From the word apotheosis?
Why? Why did you choose to go with that persona today?
I don't know. What's your fucking name?
No, I mean like, tama ba ako? It's the climax. Tama, it's the same, right?
Ay, di ako, ascetic na lang ako.
Yes. My name is Ejacupat.
Anyway, I'm so sorry sa mga listeners na na-frustrate sa akin kasi hindi ko naintindihan yung mga jokes. Anyway, I'm C9 Squirtle still. Yan. For
Hindi ka C9 Squirtle.
Imo the 21.
Doon sa tatlong ginawa kong thumbnail, ano ka na eh. Si Pepe Squirtle ka na eh.
I swear until now, ang weird ng mga thumbnails yan. Guys, let us know your thoughts about those thumbnails.
Di ba magandang thumbnail yun? I-comment mo na maganda yung thumbnail.
Ay, at saka gusto ko rin sabihin na 27 subscribers na lang. Malapit na tayo dun sa number na makapagsabi na tayo ng nice.
Alright. So guys, please share the video. I mean like, kung gusto mo. Pero kung ayaw mo, it's fine. Masama ka lang tao. Anyway, so this week, I just wanted, actually may other topic na dapat pag-uusapan, pero I was reading an article a while ago and it made me think, why don't we talk about this? I mean, like, it's very interesting. And we're going to talk about religion. Yay!
Yay! I love religion.
I mean, like, I'm wondering if it's okay. The Philippines is considered like a very religious country, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the percentage of people who have religion?
Who have religion? Hindi ba 100%?
Ang sa
Boom!
nakita
I love that answer, Pat. I love that answer.
sa nakita ko, well, this is a very reliable source, so let's
Okay.
trust it.
PSA ba yan?
No, it's Wikipedia. So
At
least 92% of the population is Christian. About 81% belong to talaga. If this is true, this is weird. 81% belong to the Catholic Church, while about 11% belong to Protestantism or Orthodoxy. Ano yun? So, yeah, 81% or 92% is actually a very big number. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have questions about religion, not just us. And it's not just about how religious people perceive other religions, but how those without religions or those who actually don't believe perceive people who is considered religious, right? I'm sure we've all had this type of friend who's like, whatever happens, praise God. Right? I think at one point I became one of those people. Pero, kayo ba? Nasaang side ba kayo?
For me, hindi yung God na sinasabi nung kahit anong Christian denomination or Muslim in that matter. Hindi pareho dun sa iniisip ko na God. Iniisip kong God ay yung universe, I guess. The chaos that is universe. Yun yung God. God of randomness.
Ikaw,
You can never be satisfied.
what about you?
Kahit
Tapos,
na sabihin ko man na torn ako into believing and not believing. Feeling ko nagle-lean ako towards not believing. Pero nakakaingit yung merong belief dun sa mga ganong klaseng bagay. Kasi
Meron silang certainty sa buhay nila.
parang meron principled sila.
Huh? So hindi ka principled?
Yung iba yung principles namin.
May fixed principle, I would say.
Parang ganun.
Alright. So, let's make an assumption or kung ano man yung belief system nyo. So, these questions are actually I would think na yung questions na nakita ko is these are questions for people who see those na nasa religious group and they would question about it. I do remember a couple of times where, sorry, to give other people some context or to those few listeners na nandyan. So I used to be someone who was very religious at one point in my life, pero it faded, but I would still say na I still believe. My faith is still quite strong, but not as strong as it used to be. And there were times when there are people who would ask me some questions like, bakit mo ginagawa yan? For this episode, I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and I want you to try to answer them. We'll compare it to the answer of the person who wrote this article or who tried to answer these questions.
Okay,
guys good with
teacher. Yes,
Papawis pala to.
teacher.
So thank you so much for listening. Ang pangit, sorry. I'm not going to choose all the questions because there are 10 questions here, but I'll pick the ones that are for me interesting. So, first question, assuming that religion is real and God is real and everything,
Okay.
why is there evil in the world?
It's the problem of good and evil.
Oh no.
Dan, dan, dan.
Oh no.
Huhulaan ko kung ano yung sinagot nito ni writer.
Yes, please.
Binawasan niya yung pagiging omnipotent ni God. Tama ba ako?
Based sa answer niya, hindi. Parang, I would like to say yes, pero parang hindi. There's a stronger feeling na no. It's actually a different answer than I expected. Pero, yeah.
So hindi siya yung kasi binibigyan tayo ni God ng chance para mag-repent.
It's close to that. Pero after I read it, at one point it made sense, pero it's a very cheesy answer. Yun lang yung most religious naman are very cheesy.
So yung sagot niya ay yung binibigyan tayo yung mga challenges lang yan.
Partly yes.
Okay. Edi ako assuming God is real and religion is right. Edi God doesn't even care kung ano nangyayari sa atin.
Why?
Ano pa bang why would the fucking God have any business kahit naman na siya gumawa sa atin? Tapos na siya eh. What is more? What is there to learn about something you're already done with?
True. I mean, bakit ka naman mag-pursue ng ganun? Ikaw, Germs.
Sige. Meron lang akong babasahin sa inyong konting lines.
God is dead. God remains dead, and we have killed him. How shall we comfort ourselves, the murderers of all murderers? What was holiest and mightiest of all that the world has yet owned had bled to death under our knives. Who will wipe this blood off us? What water is there for us to clean ourselves? What festivals of atonements, what sacred games shall we have to invent? Is not the greatness of this deed too great for us? Must we ourselves not become God simply to appear worthy of it?
End quote.
Character mo ba yun sa D&D?
Hindi. Si Friedrich Nietzsche. Hindi ko na. Kasi, kung i-expound ko lang yun, nagigets ko yung concept ni God and in its entirety nung panahon nila Judas and nila Jesus and the Romans and the whatnots. Pero parang in a modern age, yung kung ano yung age natin ngayon, parang ginagamit na lang si God as a tool, parang to put yourselves in a pedestal. Hindi na siya yung nire-revere talaga. I don't think. Sa most malalaking religion, hindi na siya yung nire-revere talaga na wino-worship. Parang ginagamit na lang siya as a tool, as a control, sa
So
remote.
so it's like if you're in this particular religious group, you're like above everyone else.
Yeah, isa yun. Tapos, yun nga, in the same, kung ganun mo ginagamit si God, then, in the same way, patay na yung God na yun. That God isn't really a God. Kasi wala naman nag-worship sa kanya. Buong puso.
Either that's God or there's a misunderstanding sa belief ng concept ng God na yun.
Misunderstanding or talagang bad faith na paggamit. It doesn't make any changes.
Pero anong kinalaman din dun sa tanong? Kasi ina-assume nga na God is real.
O nga, kung real nga si God, pero yung pag-practice is dead. The religion is dead. And yung faith sa God na yun, kahit totoo man siya o hindi, or sa totoo man siya, is dead. And so, kung hindi ka na wino-worship ng buong puso, what are you good as a God?
I would still say there's a good percentage of very religious people who actually try to embody, the correct. No, I wouldn't say correct. I think that's an unsafe word. Like,
O nga, slippery slope yun.
nga eh. Like, ang hirap explain. Pero it's like some people would worship just for the sake na pakita sa ibang tao na, look, I'm doing this because I'm serving someone who will save me. Pero there are really people who are like, look, I'm doing this kasi I want him to be pleased with my actions. Ang nagiging problem na lang is yung actions na yon. Kung ano yung actions na nade-determine nung creator and nung taong yon as the right actions.
Hindi ko nakikita yung pinagkaiba ng dalawang yan.
So, for example, let's say may intention yung creator and there's always an interpreter. If the creator is speaking a different language, then there should be an interpreter for the other person to understand what the creator is saying. Tama naman yun, di ba?
I guess.
It could work as lost in translation.
No, I mean yun dun sa what I meant by not understanding is yung pinagkaiba nung ginagawa to please this God dun sa ginagawa lang para merong may pakitang maganda. Feeling ko virtually wala namang pinagkaiba yung dalawang.
Intent. Yun yung pinaka-difference niya.
Ay, pero ang intent
And
ay internal eh.
Pero yun nga, pero ang makakakita is yung quote-unquote creator.
Kung omnipotent siya.
Assuming the creator is real. Yung ganun.
Kahit na totoo yung creator nga, hindi naman siya omnipotent.
Kasi may evil.
Kung may evil nga, hindi siya omnipotent.
Going back to answer that, ito yung answer niya. I'll send it sa chat natin para mabasa niyo rin.
Okay.
This is a difficult stumbling block and question for many people. The simplest way to look at this question is to examine God's nature and His desire for mankind. Look at the logic. Ang weird lang na logic yung ginamit yung word. Look at the logic. God loves us and wants us to love Him back. And how could we love Him back unless we have the freedom to not love? God could have made us like robots who do nothing more than say, I love you, I love you, I love you. But we'd be forced to do that, and that wouldn't be real love.
Oh no.
Love is a choice.
Oh no.
And if you have a choice, you have to be able to choose not to love. That in itself is the nature of evil. Evil is choosing not to love. So when God gave us the freedom to choose, He gave us not only our greatest blessing, but He also gave us our greatest curse. We can choose to do right or choose to do wrong. The reason there's evil in this world is not... Oh, sorry. Para sa mga listeners, this is in bold. Okay? The reason there's evil in this world is not because of God, but because God gave us the freedom to choose. Now, the potential for love outweighs the existence of evil. Because you see, evil is only going to exist for a short time. But love is going to go on forever. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na sobrang like cheesy in a sense. Pero it's a new... para sa akin, it's like a new take. I mean, it wasn't really love yung... considering this question, it wasn't really love. Pero it had something to do with choice. So, I feel like the writer decided to, feeling ko parang itry i-hit yung emotional strings ng tao para
Bibigay ko sa yung
ma-persuade
word na
siya.
ginawa niya, Day. Sinide swipe niya.
Diba? I mean, what do you think of this?
Naano ko to, gaslighting to, my boys.
Parang may ganung sense nga.
Gaslighting to, parang, kung hindi mo siya mahal, gumagawa ka ng masama. Pero kung minamahal mo siya, hindi tama yung ginagawa mo. So parang na-back into a corner ka na talaga na dapat mahalin mo siya. Kasi yun yung tamang
circular
gawin.
reasoning niya eh, no?
Oh.
Kaya ba?
Like,
Oh my God.
binubeautify niya yung pagmamahal sa ano. And if you're not with us, you're really against us. Parang ganun.
Ito mo, heavy breathing na pusa.
Ang ominous din ng evil is only going to exist for a short time, but love is going to go on forever. Feeling ko ominous na line nun.
Yun yung something na medyo na questionable sa concept ng religion. Lalo na yung last sentence. I'll read the last sentence. God could have taken our freedom, but He didn't. I hope you'll use your freedom to choose God. So it's like, all right, I'll give you an option to enjoy your life forever or to suffer forever. So, nasa yun naman kung ano yung pagpipili mo. Yung approach ng writer is something that it's a new take, but it's something I really disagree with. Especially for someone who's trying to want other people to really understand that relationship between the creator and a certain individual. Parang ganun.
Parang nagsulat nito parang para siyang evangelical. Yung evangelical na trying to be hip. Pero trying to be hip. Yung parang loving God is cool, y'all. Parang love God, y'all. Pero parang if you don't love Him, you're gonna fucking go to hell, boy. Parang ganung levels, parang evangelical levels of cringeworthy gaslighting.
So yun nga, parang nga niya tayong gustong nakawan. Parang gusto niya tayong hold upin.
I have a question for you guys. Kasi I think you've attended your fair share of masses, and like I'm sure I've invited you guys to a couple of events sa church namin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And usually at one point pastors would speak in a certain way. Like they try to ano ba yung word? It's like yung speaker sa networking company.
Slime their way into our hearts.
Not really. Okay, that is so insulting kung yun yung yeah, pero yeah, basically yes, parang ganun nga. Pero parang ganun right? They really try to sell the product to certain groups of people, right? And during those times, ano yung nafe-feel nyo? Kasi ako, for me, it's okay. Pero nakikita ko naman yung like, bakit mo sinasabi yan? Why are you approaching it like that? Pero at the same time, a part of me sees yung truth behind what he's saying based on my beliefs. Pero kayo ba, as someone who's like on the fence, sitting on the fence?
Ako iniisip ko, bakit ba ako tinatanong itong pastor na to kung open-minded ba ako? yung sinasabi mong yung way of speaking nila, hindi ba yun yung way of speaking na that gets the most reaction out of the crowd?
Yeah, yun naman talaga yung purpose.
Oh, yun nga. So, yung way of speaking nila is something geared towards a crowd. Something that gets a crowd going. Something that gets an individual, like the majority of individuals listening to him, na makinig talaga sa kanya. And to listen to him in a way na maniniwala sa kanya. So, tinatanong mo kami kung anong tingin namin doon. I think it's a normal thing.
Nakakaano naman na sinabi mong normal thing. Parang, shit,
parang,
normalized na siya eh.
I encounter scammers every day, so...
I mean, what's the difference? Sabi nung nang hold up sa akin, bigay mo yung bag mo sa akin. Sabi nung pastor sa akin, bigay mo yung puso mo kay God.
Hindi. Alam mo kung ano yung mas maganda doon? Sabi nung sa'yo, nung magnanakaw, bigay mo sa akin yung wallet mo. Sabi sa'yo nung religious speakers, magtanim ka na ngayon para merong aanihin. Yun yung pinaka-slimeest doon eh.
May mali doon. Magtanim ka na ngayon para may mabigay ka pag nag-ani ka na.
Yung mga ganon, sabi ko, oh my God. Yung mga tao na yung mga lalo na pag yung nag-i-invite sila ng mga parang magte-testify na parang nagbigay na lang ako ng pera, 500 na lang yung pera sa wallet ko. Tapos nagising ako isang araw, wow, milyonaryo na ako.
I'm really sorry for this, pero I have like a cousin. Okay, yung belief system ng church nila encourages those kinds of things, right? Kahit para sa akin, as a religious person, yung religion nila is very, very difficult to accept para sa akin. Kasi it
Mhm.
feels like miracles are a norm, I would say. Parang ganun yung concept, which, yeah, I know why you're laughing. It defeats the purpose. Pero, yun nga, parang ganun yung na-imagine kong best terminologies for it. I remember this cousin would always post sa Facebook. She was struggling, parang ang picture sa Facebook is like a Bible, and
Mhm.
there's like a diamond or some kind of gem in the middle of the Bible. And then yung ano niya is yung post niya was something about she was struggling, she was struggling financially, and then suddenly pag turn niya sa gantong verse, biglang may ganon. May diamond in that ano. And then like I'm like, even for me I'm like, I know
No,
that
you
could
didn't.
that can happen. I would say maniniwala man ako. But if it
Ah.
happens on an almost everyday basis, oh my gosh, I don't think that you're that blessed knowing your personality. So
Grabe, harsh. Harsh.
May onting spite doon. I love it.
I would say
Malay,
pag na-meet niyo tong person na to, then yes, you would
malay mo
understand
naman,
what I'm saying.
Day. Nakatira siya sa malapit sa may volcano. Sandun siya sa bunganga. Sa sobrang daming pressure, nabuo yung diamond.
Nakatira siya sa clinic.
Malay mo, anime pala yung buhay niya. Lahat ng arcs niya serendipitous.
Okay,
Lol.
I'll be, I believe in miracles. Pero yung ganun na context, parang it seems like it's just so, ewan ko, like you're just pleasing the religious people in your friend group. Parang ganun. Let's move on to the next question.
Yes, next question. Wait lang,
Mm.
i-reveal mo ba sa amin kung sino yung nagsulat na ito? Or kilala ba siya?
No, hindi ko, I don't know the person.
Mm.
I'm not sure if sikat siya, pero it's, alright, I'll give you guys a choice to choose between these two questions. Pipili lang kayo kung ano yung answer na gusto niyo marinig. Pero I would love to hear your opinion on the question we're going to discuss.
Okay.
So, first question, do all religions lead to God? Second question, what about all the wars that are caused in the name of Christianity?
Parang gusto kong sagutin pareho.
Dun, dun, dun. Make a choice.
Parang pareho maganda eh.
Ako kahit ano.
Parang maganda pareho eh.
We discuss both.
Hindi ko alam
Oh.
kung anong isasagot ko dyan sa mga yun.
Parang magandang pag-usapan pareho.
Kasi dun tayo sa let's discuss the first one. Do all religions lead to God? Dun, dun, dun.
Hell no!
Okay.
Well, at least you've got something that you're agreeing with the writer. Pero can you tell me why?
Kasi merong ibang religion.
Hindi, I guess yung two major religions. Sabihin natin yung three major religions. Ano ba yung
In
three?
terms of Philippines, right?
Sige, sa Philippines, yung demographic natin. Yung two main religions dito sa Philippines.
Catholic and Christian.
Sabihin natin yung Christian. Yung Christian ay inclusive na ng Catholics and Protestants and the umbrellas.
Muslim.
Tapos, isa Muslim. Parang, pareho naman yun. Parang nag-stem lang siya mula sa Abrahamic na di ba? Abrahamic religion. So, parang, lang siya parang, nung nakita nung pot yung kettle, tinawag niyang black. Ano yung kasabihan? The pot calling the kettle black. Parang yun lang yun parang alam mo yung meme ni Spider-Man na nagtuturuan sila. Pero one at the same lang sila.
Ikaw, Pat, what do you think?
Hindi ko alam kung anong meaning, anong gusto niyang makuhang sagot
Wala
sa tanong
naman.
na yan. Like,
Idea mo lang.
wait, kung siya nagtanong sa sarili niya yan, I don't see why.
No, etong question na to is something I think it's a fair question naman. For those who are, there's a part of you that wants to explore this option. a lot of people would be like, ayaw nila mag-try ng different options. Gusto nila kung yung path na iti-take nila is something that's very sure. So, para sa akin, I understand this question. Why this question is here. It really, for me, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I personally wouldn't want to go on a trip to Rome and end up in like Egypt or something.
Wait lang. Hindi ko naiintindihan. Yung mismong question ay do all religions lead to God, di ba?
Mm.
But that's not the case. Kung merong monotheism, tas merong polytheism, edi clear cut yung answer na no.
Wait lang. Day, paano niya sinulat yung GOD?
Sorry? What's a GOD?
GOD. The
Capital G
G-O-double
yun.
word God?
Capital G niya sinulat yan.
Hindi, kasi yung question is in all caps. So, I'm not sure if he's being sarcastic or what. So,
Or coward lang siya kasi
Oo
ayaw niya
nga.
itanong yung...
What a coward. Ano ba
Wait.
yan?
ito yung first line niya. Babasahin ko muna bago ko isend. Well, now, think about the logic of this.
What the fuck is him with
Wait,
logic?
I'm not done. Can I go into a phone booth and dial any phone number and get home?
What? What? Mas lalo siyang hindi nagma-make sense. Sinasabi ba niya na kapag polytheism na religion, parang meron ka lang phone book na...
Okay, let's read the article before you get frustrated with this. I swear mas ma-frustrate ka after you read it. So, here, I'll read it. No. There's only one number that'll get me home. I could be sincere, but I could be sincerely wrong. This is in bold. The truth is all roads don't lead to Rome, and all religions don't lead to God. You see, it depends on which direction you take. Jesus said this, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. I'm betting my life on the fact that he was right because I figured Jesus knows more about it than I did.
What the fuck is this logic?
The Bible tells us that on the road to heaven, there are only two directions, toward Christ or away from him. You can accept him or you can reject him. It's your choice. You can make Jesus the Lord of your life. That means the manager, the CEO, the person in charge of your life, or you can call him a liar. But that's what the Bible declares. You know, a lot of people sincerely believe that even though they've broken God's rules, that they can earn God's forgiveness by doing good works, by observing the 5 pillars of Islam, or the Buddhist eightfold path, or the Hindu doctrine of karma. In other words, he's saying na hindi totoo yung mga to. But I don't get it. How will doing some good works that we should have done all our lives make up for all the countless times we failed?
Oh my God.
Yung following paragraph was about a different topic. Pero yun yung pinaka-concept niya. Discuss.
Gusto ko lang sabihin na fake siya. Alam niyo kung bakit? Kasi sabi niya yung the road to God. Sa mundo, dalawa lang ang road. Road to PICC, saka road to WrestleMania. Yun lang ang mga roads sa mundo ko. Yung isa every year nangyayari. Yung isa muntik pang hindi mangyari.
Which one is which? Let us know.
Let us know in the comments down below.
Pero, oh my goodness.
Wait lang. Bago natin i-discuss, meron akong put forth na tagline. The pipeline to 69. How does that sound?
Dumbass. Okay.
Ako muna. Walking the fine line to 69.
Isasabihin ko sana the borderline till 69. Pero gusto ko rin yung sinabi mo. Walking the fine line to 69. Yun na lang. Okay, guys. We're walking the fine line
To
till
69.
69.
We're edging our way to 69.
Yun na. We're edging our way to
Gosh.
69. Yun na yung tagline natin hanggang makaabot tayo ng
69.
69. Nice.
Sige. Now back to this fucking dipshit. What? Anong sinasabi niya? Bakit niya dinidisregard yung ibang religion? Like, ganun pa siya ka... I guess, I guess ganun siya ka asshole.
I guess,
Religious cap on. There are parts of it that make sense if, sorry, please listen to this big if, um, if you really believe in like the word, because there's only one way to the and if you follow anything else, then that's wrong.
you can say that about, just about anything.
Yeah, yeah, yun nga eh.
That
So
doesn't make it
it's
right.
it's about yun nga, pero following these steps, it's about having the faith that the choice that you made, this path that you took, would lead you to that destination. It's like saying na there's no other road for it. This is the only road. Parang ganon.
Hindi pwede,
Which is,
day.
yun nga eh. Pero,
Ang road nga to WrestleMania lang.
Alam nyo, ang laki ng problema ko sa mga taong ganito. Kasi by saying these things, there's only one road, there's only two roads, there's only a set amount of roads. That's kind of disregarding
All road.
the whole shtick about humanity. Parang binabaliit niya tayo. Lahat tayo, hindi lang yung may religions, hindi lang yung other religions aside from his own. Parang binabaliit niya ng lahat ng tao. Parang ang daming walks of life, tapos isa lang yung magdadala sa'yo sa salvation. What the fuck are you talking about?
Alam mo kaya dapat, alam mo kung ano siya? His road.
Oh, he's very road.
hindi. Pero considering na yung salvation, yung context ng salvation, if there are multiple kinds. Pero in this one, it's like he's saying there's only one talaga.
Which is inherently wrong. Kasi history has taught us na maraming klase na maraming roads to any form of salvation.
Gusto niya sigurong salvation, yung salvation na hindi siya yung may control. Alam mo yun, yung salvation na you take comfort na at the end of your life, mapupunta ka sa heaven dahil parang finalo mo si God. Hindi yung nandito ka pa lang sa earth kasi gumagawa ka ng tama, parang you feel satisfied doing good things. Parang yung soul mo, if there is a soul, parang hindi na siya restless what comes after kasi you've done your part and you have a clean slate and anytime you go, you shall go. Alam mo yun, yung sa kanila is parang ililigtas ako ni Lord. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm a redneck American, but not all rednecks are evangelical Christians.
I would say hindi to fair fight kasi there's no one to really defend like the religious group of people, which is why I would like to have a guest in the future in a very religious.
I would say to people who defend this, shame on you.
Maging shameful ka na inaasa mo yung salvation mo sa faith lang, hindi sa good works. And minamaliit mo yung mga religion ng ibang tao. Yung religion mo naman ay kapareho lang ng religion nila. It doesn't make any
difference. We
difference.
talked about this in the last episode. These people do believe. I'm sure in some way they do believe that they're above everyone.
Yeah.
But they believe that they could also bring everyone up to that pedestal. Yun yung, I think, concept na I'm sure a lot of Christians would deem me wrong or would say that I'm wrong. Pero for those people who deeply follow the faith, in a sense, yun yung pinaka they would just put it in different words to make it sound more like friendly
palatable.
Palatable. So, ganun.
Ako may pinaniniwalaan ako. Pinaniniwalaan kong dapat na mag-break muna tayo.
Wait lang, time kayo. Jack all. Edging. Ano tayo? Ano nga ba yan?
Edging our way to 69.
We'll be right back.
Alright, so welcome back, guys. So I'm sure naka-take na kayo ng breather, whether nagyosi kayo or whatever, para lang kumalma kahit pa paano. So, kayo ba? Buhay pa kayo?
Yes, teacher.
So, we're going to move on to our next question. Now, the question is, what about all the wars that are caused in the name of Christianity? Dun, dun, dun. So, what do you think?
Sasagutin ko bilang isang good Christian boy. Meron ka nga bang kasalanan kung justified ka naman?
Balagadum. Weak. Ay.
Bakit
Oo nga.
weak?
Hindi, 'di ba yun yung dati? Si CBD. Ayun, si Pit Lord. Inambalos. Balagadum. Weak. If you all remember, 2009-ish to 11 ata yun. So, yun, I guess, hindi naman talaga nila winage yung war na yun in the name of the Lord. They say, in the name of the Lord, pero really, it's the name of conquering lands na gusto nilang land. Kunwari, dun sa land na yun may potato, or dun sa land na yun may corn and whatnot. May
Or sa land na
barley.
yun, merong little boys to be molested.
Yeah, or dun sa land na yun may mga cottons. Mga ganun. Parang ano naman na to eh. Parang moot na point.
Ting!
Y- yung basi-
Mali yung tunog. Ting, ding, ding, ding.
hindi ba ding dong deng.
Ayun, ding, dong.
Ding dong dang.
So let me read the answer. Well,
Okay.
first, let me say that a lot of things have been done in the name of Christianity that Jesus Christ would totally disavow. Avow? Avow. I'm not sure.
Disavow.
Disavow. Just because someone claims to be a Christian doesn't necessarily make him a follower of Christ, or does it make him a representative of Jesus? It's very, very important to distinguish between the Bible kind of Christianity and the actions that have been taken throughout the history by people who claimed it to be Christians but who really didn't know Jesus. You see, bold, there's a difference between religion and a relationship with God.
Wow.
Jesus is not interested in the religion of Christianity. He's interested in you having a relationship to Him. Jesus never said, I've come that you might have religion. He said, I came that you might have life and have it more abundant.
Ang sexual pakinggan ng line na yan. I'm sorry. Continue. Jesus.
Well,
Ano nga, i-quote na natin
I came that you might have life.
11. Ba't ikaw ba si Jesus?
I'm sorry.
11 p.m. 6th of
Sixth.
March 2021. Jesus came. Carry on.
A lot of people have claimed to be followers of Christ, but they've lived their lives contrary to his teaching. We shouldn't label this group quote unquote Christian. But let me say this. Have you ever seen a counterfeit dollar? Well, maybe you haven't, but maybe you've heard of them. Why are there counterfeit dollars in this world? Well, I'll tell you why. Because there are real dollars in the world. If there were no real dollars, there would be no counterfeits. And if you find counterfeit Christianity in this world, it must mean that somewhere there must be the real thing. The point is, we don't identify Jesus by claiming that all the things that were done in his name were done by him. In fact, Jesus prevented I'm not sure, I'm guessing his, pero ang type niya, own disciples from defending themselves against the enemies when he said, I want you to turn the other cheek. A lot of wars have been done in the name of Christianity that Jesus probably have avowed. The real issue is, bold, do you know Jesus Christ? You see, it doesn't matter so much what has been done by hypocrites or phonies or false followers of Christ. Bold, what matters is, do you know the real, true, genuine item? Have you ever turned your life over to Jesus Christ? If you haven't, I would encourage you to investigate him today. Dun, dun, dun.
Itong pagkakasulat niya nitong sagot niya sa tanong na to. It's very clever. It's very, it's very sleazy, in fact, na sinasagot niya yung tanong by not answering it at all. Yung gist lang nung question is, paano yung mga wars na yun? Okay, let me answer this by saying nothing at all and then boldly saying some weird old fucking platitudes at the end. Thank you very much.
ang intindi ko lang dun, yung di ba meron siyang sinabi na merong fake dollars and true dollars. So yung true dollars ay yung kanyang faith, tapos yung fake dollar ay the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Or yung Mormons, sabi niya, yung Mormons, fake yan. Fake religion yan. Yung sa amin totoo. Genuine. Genuine, mint condition religion came out of Jesus' asshole.
Honestly, ibang question yung sinagot niya sa answer niya eh.
Oo nga.
Hindi yung mismong question na tinanong.
Wala siyang sinagot dun sa question niya eh.
What the fuck is this?
What the
Like-
fuck is he?
Ako sasagot para sa ano. Sorry, na-frustrate ako. Is
That's
interested
all.
in you having a relationship.
Wait lang, bago na ba yung tanong?
Hindi.
Hindi, yun pa rin.
Yung war pa rin, di ba?
Mhm.
Eh kasi 'di ba yung ano 'yun? Ano to? Ano sabi sa Fallout? War. War never changes. So, kasi yung war nandun yung lahat eh. Andun yung pera, andun yung conquering of lands and conquering ng mga unknown territories. Tapos yung spreading your ideals. So parang ano na siya dun? 4-in-1 or 3-in-1.
It's a bit disingenuous.
No, it's
To-
real.
No, it's a bit disingenuous. I was making another point na it's a bit disingenuous to distance yourself dun sa history ng religion mo.
Yeah.
Like saying na yung mga nag-wage ng wars na yon, we're different from them. Those are fucking counterfeits. Pero all the while, it's basically doon ka rin nanggaling. Like kung
Oo.
wala sila, wala ka ngayon. Napaka-disingenuous nun kasi if you think about it, as someone na hindi itong taong to, as someone na following this religion, parang kung iisipin mo siya in that way, in what I said, parang parang ang shoddy nung logic work nitong taong to.
Meron akong ano, parang biglang naglight up yung bulb sa ulo ko. So, ding dong deng, hindi siya nagsusulat para mag-convert.
Para magstay yung mga tao.
Yes. Parang ganun yung pagsasalita niya eh. Parang ina-affirm lang niya kung ano yung mga beliefs ng mga
I
magbabasa
disagree.
nun.
I really disagree.
Really?
I
They-
think na...
Kahit
Wait,
na sobrang
let
tamis,
me
kahit sobrang tamis
explain
ng mga salita
why.
niya.
let me explain why.
Ah.
There are religious groups, there are very religious people who actually think na by being quote-unquote honest about their beliefs, ganun nila makukuha yung mga tao. Ito yung tingin ko nangyayari dito na it's not, additional na yun, yung sinabi mo, totoo yun, na he's trying to keep those na nag-start na mag-believe sa religion na to, I mean like to really deepen their faith, yun talaga ginagawa niya kasi it fills them with the pride na uy, isa ako sa members ng grupo na naniniwala talaga dito eh na I'm part of this group na mapupunta sa heaven kasi yung other beliefs mali, parang ganun.
Wait lang,
Pero
yung sinasabi ni Kuya? Feeling ko sinasabi ni Kuya parang may mga gusto lang umalis tapos parang binabarricade lang niya yung way out.
Oo nga, yun nga yung ginagawa niya. Etong part na to is he's trying to encourage those people na gusto nang umalis, yung parang na nagdadalawang isip na, he's trying to get them to come back with the words that he's using. But at the same time, I think that this person actually believes na yung approach na to, yung tingin niya yung magdadala sa tao na sumali sa group nila. It's very, I think there are a lot of religious groups. Yung mga makikita mong nagre-rally sa like LGBTQ na ano parades? Is it called parades or
Yung
ano ba
Pride parades.
Pride
We
walk,
talked
Pride
about
walk.
this last
Pride walk or
last
Pride
week.
parade? I mean, sinong like if you're someone from the other side, like ako, for example, religious group ako, to invite those people from the other side, do you think a rational person would say, "Hoy, ikaw mali ka, mapupunta ka sa hell"? No. Pero if you truly believe na yun yung way para dalhin sila, yun lang yung sa taong to. Na I think that he just has a flawed sense of thinking sa how people's, psychology works and shit.
Parang gusto ko yung ano mo, pagbibigay mo ng benefit of the doubt sa kanya. Pero as a person of, sige na nga, stoic bro.
You finally admitted it, bro.
Hindi, yung sinabi nga ni Marcus Aurelius, parang pagising mo pa lang sa umaga, dapat isipin mo na lang yung mga tao sa paligid mo magiging petty, they'd be angry, they would take out that anger on you. Di mo naman makokontrol yun. And I think na itong tao na to, he knows what he's doing. Talagang ginagamit lang niya yung ganong tone para magmukhang he believes what he's saying. Pero he knows where the money is. And the rich evangelicals, he's got them milking.
Ito yung isang verse dito sa mismong statement niya na
Taray, Biblia yan.
hindi sa answer niya. So from Matthew 5:39.
Mm.
Sabi ni Jesus, I want you to turn the other cheek. So he's justifying his answers by or yung mga answers sa questions niya by saying na what you're doing is wrong. I'll turn the other cheek. I'll accept whatever word you say. I won't listen to it. But at the same time, what I'm saying is right. And if you don't follow me, you're wrong.
Parang na-miss niya yung point nung verse na yun. Yung turn the other cheek. Parang turn the other cheek. Tatanggapin mo siya. Diba? Parang yun naman yung verse na yun
That's another topic, how most religious groups would misuse memory verse. Yeah, that's another topic. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Now, napaisip ako kung anong question yun dito. Pero, I think this is the best one. What is my purpose in life?
Grabe day, inanuhan mo pa. Nilagyan mo pa ng segue Sinabi mo na sa amin yung tanong Clap, clap, clap.
Para kunyari hindi nyo alam.
Shit! What is my purpose in life?
What is the purpose?
Siyempre, alam na natin kung ano yung purpose niya sa buhay niya. And it's a rather boring one. Kasi imbes na yung purpose mo in life is ginagawa mo para sa sarili mo. Yung purpose in life mo para sa isang being na hindi ka pa 100% sure. Outside looking in.
Yeah.
Kung totoo. So, that's a bit boring. And I would say nonsensical. That's my take on it.
I'm sorry. I just love Jesus so much. I would just like to lay down my life for him. And to this motherfucking delusional bastard. Sino to? Basta kung sino man to nagsulat na to. Ay. Hindi ko naintindihan. What is the purpose of asking for your purpose?
Or feeling ko sinabi niya na si God yung magbibigay sa'yo ng purpose. You need not find your purpose.
Well, the truth is...
wait lang. Bigyan mo pa kami ng mga chance para manghula ng mga ridiculous na
Sige. Go.
Yung purpose mo, mahahanap mo dito sa religion na to.
Merong may pattern yung mga sagot niya Sige. By looking at yung past answers niya. Well, first, let me say that a lot of things have a lot of purpose in the name of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Pero ano nga ba talaga yung purpose in the first place? Why do we need to find it kung nandyan naman si Jesus Christ?
No.
Ay, Meron na ako.
Sige, go.
Bawat church may purpose. Pero yung ibang church, fake yung purpose nila. Pero itong church namin, ang one true purpose niya ay ang katotohanan ni Jesus. So, ang church namin, tama ang purpose. Yung iba, maling purpose. And I'm talking about, you know what you are a Mormon. Cut mo yung, you are a Mormon.
That's good. Basahin ko yung part ng sinabi niya sa last paragraph.
Okay.
The only way you'd know its purpose, talking about the inventions of Christ, the only way you'd know its purpose was either talk to the creator who made it or read the owner's manual. The owner's manual of life is the Bible and your creator is God. Dun, dun, dun.
Alam nyo kung ano yung purpose in life ko nung nabasa ko yung Biblia? John 11:35.
Wait, why am I familiar with this?
Search mo na.
Ako na, sabihin ko na ba?
Hindi.
Wait lang.
Mag-react muna si Day. Saka mo i-reveal sa mga tao kung ano yung purpose in life ko. Yan yung purpose in life ko.
Jesus wept.
Tumangi si Jesus.
I'll read the entire answer. Well, the truth is, God created you for 5 purposes.
Oh shit, meron siyang definitive purposes.
Etong 5 purposes, may hyperlink. Yung hyperlink din, pag kinlik mo, it will lead you to a place where you can buy the ebook or the
Oh
book
my
itself.
God! Yung pala to!
You
Ay,
see,
sorry. Sorry.
you were made by God and you were made for God. And until you understand that, life isn't going to make sense. When you come to this question, you only have three options. First is what I call the mystical approach, and that is to look within. You find this in a lot of talk shows, a lot of new age books, and a lot of seminars. They say, look within to discover your purpose. The only problem is that doesn't work. We've all looked within and didn't like what we saw. It's quite confusing. In fact, if we could know the purpose of life by looking within, we'd all know it by now. It doesn't work. Sana kinapslak niya it doesn't work. That would have been more like
It doesn't
impactful.
work! Ganun ba yung
Yeah.
pagbasa?
Ganun dapat. The second way you can try to discover your purpose is bold, called the intellectual or philosophical approach.
Sure.
And that's where you go to a seminary class or university class and you sit there with a pipe and your latte.
What?
Excuse me? Anong university to?
Yung kapapanood lang niya ata nung sa Pure Flix yung God is Dead na trilogy.
and and you ask questions like, why am I here? Where did I come from? Where am I going? I once read a book by Professor John Moorhead. I don't know who the head of the Department of Philosophy at Northeastern University in Illinois. And he wrote to 250 well-known intellectuals and asked them, what is the meaning and purpose of life? These were novelists, scientists, well-known intellectuals. I read the book, now out of print, and it was quite depressing because most of the people said, I had no idea what the purpose of life is. Some of them admitted they just made up a purpose, and some of them admitted they guessed. And some of them said, if you know the purpose, please tell me. You see, there's a better answer to speculation, and that's revelation. If I were to hold up an invention that you have never seen before, you wouldn't know its purpose. The only way you'd know its purpose was either talk to the creator who made it or read the owner's manual. The owner's manual of life is the Bible, and your creator is God. And it is only as you get to know God, you will discover His, naka-hyperlink again, 5 purposes for your life. I hope you'll begin that journey today. Tapos yung begin that journey for today, naka-hyperlink rin. Papunta dun sa libro. Frustrations? Violent reactions?
So much. I can't.
Magkano ba yung libro niya?
Yun muna.
Hmm.
I-preface muna natin. Don't worry, it's only $39.99.
Title of the book is The Purpose-Driven Life. What on earth am I here for?
Oh my God, ito yung mga kasama siya dun sa mga new age na religion na nagbebenta ng mga ganyan self-help. Oh, Jesus. Take
It's
the
not
wheel.
that bad.
Is it not?
That bad?
$27.99.
Not bad.
You get a book, you get a DVD. Oh my gosh, who uses a DVD?
Hindi man lang Blu-ray? Ano ba to? Anong year ba to?
Not bad.
Oh.
3,000? Ay, 3,000? 1,300 para sa isang libro at DVD.
Mura sa kanila
Sandamakmak
yun.
na Sandamakmak na Happy Meal?
Mura sa kanila yun. Alam mo ba per hour nila?
$1.5.
Hindi, di ba
Hindi,
parang 11? Ay, hindi, 10 lang. 7 lang ata sa ibang state.
Per hour?
Oo, per hour, $7.
Wala akong alam dun.
Gagastos ka, kung ganyan, para lang sa 27. Kaya naghihirap yung mga third world countries Ganda na yun, Biglang in-equate. Ay, siya? Scam siya. As in, pareho siya nung SCUM, saka yung SCAM. Squam siya.
Squammy.
I guess, the squammy. Nang sa scam siya, tapos ang scummy niya.
Bakit I guess hindi naman natin siya masisising napakalaki ng insistence niya na yung the Bible is the manual and sino bang gumawa nun? Si God. So you better
Allegedly,
read the fucking thing.
allegedly.
You better read the damn thing, though. I don't know. Ano ba bang masasabi natin na that, that would make him sound less crazy?
Na ano? I guess, para maging less crazy siya, talagang pinapaniwalaan niya lahat ng sinasabi niya. Tapos,
See,
kalimutan na lang.
that's crazy!
No. Kalimutan na lang natin na meron siyang binibenta.
Right. So, in other words, he's super fucking smart. So, tama pala yung una kong tingin sa kanya. Na sleazebag lang siya.
Oh, basta kalimutan mo na may binibenta siya. Oo.
Hindi, yun nga. Dahil may binibenta siya, hindi siya crazy. Scammer.
Before like we end and everything, I just want to say to those listeners now, unsure or you want to explore your options to see how ridiculous religion is, I would say give it a chance.
Oo nga
And
naman.
you
Tama
might
naman.
enjoy yourself. Now, other people, gaya ng mga kasama ko today, would,
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Ba't
would
naman?
see this as ludicrous. I'm not talking about the rapper. Crazy.
Luda! When I
It's-
was 13, I had
my
my first love.
first love.
Oh, your point, Day. Your point.
My point is that the religion itself is actually sometimes very sexist, very ageist, very insulting for a lot of people. But once you've that's the first step of getting into that relationship, and once you actually do explore that relationship, you'll actually have a really great time. Not only do you enjoy the experience of being in a relationship, but you actually enjoy the
Well.
philosophical aspects of it. As in,
Mhm.
every step you question, am I doing the right thing?
Agreed.
Am I walking up the steps to is there an end to this ladder that I'm climbing? Shit like that. I swear, it's really fun.
Cannot disagree. Pero,
Day,
let
na-offend
me-
ako,
let me-
Day.
Let me be the one. Kung si Day ay, nire-refer kayo, then let me deter you right now. Yung mga una niyang sinabing first step, yun dapat yung checklist mo kung sasali ka ba sa religion na yun o hindi.
Ako naman, na-offend ako, Day. Nag-assume ka para sa akin.
Ano yung assume ko?
In-assume mo na i-dissuade ko silang sumali sa religion. Tsumamba ka lang kay Pat.
hindi
Okay.
hindi ko nga sila
50%, that's
hindi
good
ko sila
enough.
dinidissuade na sumali sa religion. Sinasabi ko lang na dapat mas extensive yung checklist nila.
O yun nga. Kaya lang yung mga tao sobrang tamad, di yun gagawa ng checklist. Di na lang sila sasali.
Wala naman lang problema sa pagsali ng mga tao sa religion. I think it's a fine thing. I think it's an admirable thing. But the thing is, parang, I don't know, para sa akin, it's not for me. And I don't think it's for my brother as well.
Nag-assume ka rin para sa akin pa.
I just think, I'm just assuming, so maybe not.
Kasi ito na, sabihin ko na kung ba't ako na-offend. Meron akong religion.
Hmm.
Ito na, sabihin ko na sa inyo ang aking, the creeds that I live by.
The world is my country, all of mankind are my brethren, and to do good is my religion.
Yun lang yung kailangan mong words to live by. And for sure, you will live a straight and not straightened life.
Ako, meron pa akong, I would like to add more doon sa sinasabi ko. Na although na alam kong hindi para sa akin ng religion, hindi ko tatanggalin yung liberty ng mga tao para mag-engage dun sa mga religion na yun. That is my creed, and at the same time, meron pa rin naman akong pinaniniwalaan. Hindi lang yung pinaniniwalaan ng mga tao sa mga religion na yan.
Oo nga, kaya ito na lang. For a small loan of $1, pumunta na kayo sa site ng Pastafarian. Pwede na kayong kumuha ng certificate niyo of Pastafarian. Pwede na kayong magpa-convert ngayon. Tapos 100% guaranteed na tatanggapin kayo ulit ng religion nyo kung nagsawa kayo maging Pastafarian. That's all I'm saying.
Before we do our housekeeping, we would just like to thank everyone who is here and listening to this. Kung umabot kayo sa punto to, we're already wondering what's wrong with you. So, yeah, we can do the housekeeping.
Wait lang, this is Jack All, edging our way to 69.
Thanks to Room 27, that's RM27, for letting us use the track Jack All Intro as our theme song. You can find and follow Room 27 in Spotify and in SoundCloud.
New track, please. New track.
Request natin kay Room 27. Pwede naman. Okay, and now, na nandito na tayo sa end ng episode, gusto ko lang sabihin na i-click nyo lang yung hyperlink sa description tapos mapupunta na kayo dun sa binibenta naming libro.
Okay, yun na lang. Hindi ko ilalagay yung link ng article because we're saving that for the future. Pero yung link para sa libro, sige, ilalagay ko.
10 morality recommendations by Jack All.
Meron din akong sinusulat na libro, The Boy Who Didn't Jack All. Pwede tayo gumawa nung mga ganun.
Tama na. Sige na.
The Boy Who Didn't Jack All.
Bye-bye!
See you next. Bye-bye.